How is it going, everybody? I'm back yet again at Dead Slow. As usual, we are rushing because tomorrow we are supposed to be at Buttonwillow again for another test day. And we've got a bunch of new stuff. We just got back from last night doing this, which you can see on the car, which is amazing. And I haven't driven it yet, but JJ said that he could feel the difference just driving on the freeway. We've also got these. Thank you very much to AFE Control. They are another new partner of ours. So that is a rear bar, which is what JJ is currently working on right now. JJ, how do you feel?
I can't believe I have to take out the Subframe.
Yeah, so the sway bar. Jesus, I don't even know if I can show the sway bar. I guess it's this, which then goes, oh, thank you, back above the subframe.
Why?
Above the subframe. This sway bar design falls right in with these. Why? There's no reason for this. But anyway, so the suspension doesn't have to come out to do that. You just lower the subframe itself. But then we are also swapping these out for a different rear rate. That's going to hopefully work perfectly, because you know how that works out when you just make best guesses and you throw them in. No, we actually put a lot of thought into this. So we're adjusting the rear rates to hopefully go with all of the aero and the new sway bars, and fingers crossed, we're just gonna nail it in one. I guess this would be in 2 or maybe 3 at this point. We're making as educated decisions as we possibly can do. Pretty much, well, we have a bunch of springs. We've got like a box of springs that we can test. We've got sort of an idea, a plan of action for what we're going to do at the track tomorrow in terms of making adjustments. And I've got like some scenarios in my head for how the car might behave, depending on if this is too much spring, too little spring. We might add some more spring to the front and then have to adjust the rear to taste. But now that we've got these sway bars, they're actually adjustable. I'll show you the front one as well. So you can see there are 3 adjustment holes on the bar. That's both front and rear. Although these parts aren't exactly playing nicely together, and we can't use the softest setting here at the moment because it will contact the arm. And that's just a function of 2 different aftermarket brands that didn't necessarily, they weren't designed to work with each other. But there might be a solution for that coming soon as well. So just for the moment, we're only just going to stick with these 2 adjustments on the front. The back, we shouldn't have any issues at all. And so we've got a bunch of stuff to play with. We haven't even touched our shocks yet, so we've got a ton of adjustments that we can do on that as well. We're basically just going to be limited by time tomorrow, honestly, to see just how good we can make it. The wing, obviously, will be on, and then our splitter is right here. I keep showing the splitter off, and it keeps going on and off the car. The last thing we need to do is make an air dent. This is just sort of a Hail Mary, get everything on the car so we can go test it in its final form and see what it will do. But I'm feeling pretty good, actually. After the test day last time, as quick as the car went without any aero on it, I feel like it's probably going to be pretty good. Not enough time or money that's gone into this project yet to be competitive with some of these incredible cars like Jackie Ding's Supra, which I'm sure everybody watching this is very aware of. Amir's NSX. I heard that there's an Evo that I don't really know anything about that's going to be super fast as well. So we're just there to see how quick we can make this thing go in such a ridiculously short amount of time. So that being said, I'm going to put the camera down because I need to help JJ because it's just the 2 of us today. Okay, so you know that stage in every build where you want to douse the car with gasoline, throw a match, and walk away? That's about where we're at. So the subframe had to get dropped to put the sway bar in. And the sway bar's in. But now the subframe doesn't want to go back. So right here, that's a mount, and it's off by like 2 inches. There's another mount there, and then 2 more on the other side. It's like the whole subframe, when it dropped, it went down and forward like a couple inches. And like, okay, that's annoying. That's hard to deal with because it's really heavy and it's also still attached. We also didn't have any of these. So both of these are borrowed. We just got back with those. So hopefully with that, we can now get the subframe back into the car, because we still have to go and align this thing. We have to go align it. We're adding some more camber, both front and rear, based off the tire temps that we saw. And then we're also, I don't know if you saw, there's no springs in the back because we're still swapping those out for different springs. And yeah, so springs in. We've already done the math on ride heights, spring heights. What time is it? Richie, what time is it? Oh, it's 6:06? It feels like 16:06. That doesn't make sense. Just go with it. Time check.
I think last time I checked was 11:30. That was about 15 minutes ago.
So these fixtures go in the front and rear of the car, and you very carefully measure to make sure that each of the strings are exactly the same height and distance away from the hub center. And then you can measure distance to the wheel here and distance to the wheel here, and that gives you toe. But it relies on this perfect box around the car. If you get it right, it can be just as accurate as a laser alignment. And it's like $400 instead of like 400 million bucks. And then this guy right here is a pretty basic bubble camber gauge. That just goes up against the wheel, like so. And then you measure the camber there. And obviously we need more. So that's what we'll be doing until one of us dies, or maybe the car spontaneously combusts, or something along those lines. What is it? 5 out? That's pretty damn close to where we had it. And this is after we dropped the subframe, changed the springs. Geez, I think that's pretty good. Math. All right, so the car is in the air, it's fully drooped, so this number is irrelevant, but JJ is going to go make a change. We want another half a degree. JJ's running away. But he's going to add half a degree, and half a degree at full droop will also be half a degree on the ground.
I know 10.
Gear wrench. You're asking a lot.
Where did you get that 10 little impact on the electric?
9. Of course it's a 9. 10. Oh, right in front of me.
Ready?
Give me a turn. That's the wrong way.
Nope, that's the wrong way. I see it.
Yep. Give me one more of those.
Okay, that's one full turn.
Okay, that's about half a degree.
All right. Yeah, boy. Yeah. It better be 4 and tits, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
God, I love it when stuff works. 2:45, and I am just now leaving dead slow. It has been one of those days. When going to get the tires mounted, I picked up a razor blade in a tire of the Suburban, and that was just like the start of all the time wasting. Well, I shouldn't say time wasting. That was a waste of time, but I mean, we just had a lot of work to do and only tonight to do it. But I mean, JJ and I freaking hammering it out, man. This was, I feel good about everything we got done. We nailed the alignment numbers we were going for. We increased camber in the front and the back. We added 2 more SPL links, the rear upper control arms. We did the sway bars, mounted, balanced the tires, put those on. I feel like there's more we did, but I can't remember right now. So basically right now I'm going to drive home, take a shower, and then just get back in the car and start driving to Buttonwillow. I think I'll be fine tomorrow. It's the drive home afterwards that I'm concerned about. But you know what? It's all going to be worth it in the end, because the car is going to be faster than we anticipated. That is my optimistic prediction. Good night. Good morning from Buttonwillow Raceway. It's very windy and very dusty and kind of nasty, but we're here, and the car is here, and it's got a wing, and the splitter is there, not doing much, but hopefully we'll get that on today. We're going to do our first test in like 20 minutes. We're going out, just without the splitter. We're just going to go with the wing so we can test all the changes we just made. I already know it's going to understeer on high-speed stuff like Riverside. I've accepted that. That's fine. I want to feel how the car behaves in terms of like mechanical grip for lower speed, mid-speed corners. And this is also my first time ever, I guess, driving on AO52s. So we'll see how that goes. So these are the actual competition tires that we have to use. So I'm curious to see how these compare to the Michelins that we were testing on before. I have a feeling these might be better. A new set of AO52s I think are going to be better than those old used Michelin slicks that we had on the car. But we'll see. I don't really have any specific expectations for the car. I'd be happy with a 55, I think. I don't know what's going to happen. The track kind of sucks today too, because it's so windy. There's dust all over the surface. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I'm here to break bolts.
So, update. I just got back in from the first session in the car. Not that car. That car. There's no splitter on it. There is a wing on it. So the aerodynamics are extremely imbalanced. However, that being said, I just like... It was... The car just did a 150. Check this out. Do you see that?
Nice.
1 minute 50. Ah! And it was not a good lap. Like, I went into Riverside. If you don't know Buttonwillow, Riverside is a really high speed, like 110 plus banked right-hander. And I went into it, I don't know what speed I was going. It was fast. What felt like a reasonable speed. And I get about a quarter of the way through the turn, and suddenly it became very apparent that the front tires were not doing anything. Because at that speed, that wing was doing a lot, and the lack of a foot split or any kind of downforce yet in the front was doing nothing. And so, like, in Riverside, I had to panic brake to prevent the car from just flying off the left side of the track. And with that, and also it was the first hot lap, so I hadn't even figured out like the optimal speed or anything through any corners really. It was a 150. So that's 5 seconds faster than my goal for the end of the day with the splitter on the car. So this puts us in an interesting position now, because we went from, oh yeah, we'll just throw the car together and, you know, see how quick it goes, we know we're not going to be competitive, to now, like, we have to try, because suddenly we might be competitive. Like, throw the splitter on it, maybe do a few more tweaks with suspension tuning, and like, we're like in the ballpark, which is crazy. And like, look, I don't know if you can see, look, that's all dust. It's windy and terrible today. So theoretically it could be even faster next weekend. I don't know, man. Geez, can you tell I'm like kind of, I'm really surprised and I'm really happy. I'll shut up for now. We're gonna do more work. We gotta get, we're gonna bleed the brakes now, and hopefully we'll get the splitter on, because I swear with that splitter, it could be another second, just from the splitter, maybe more. Update you soon. So right now, he's leveling that out, we're mounting the splitter, but there's a giant gap, which would mean it wouldn't work at all. So we're putting this little piece of metal in here, which is designed to be an aerodynamic, just not for this exact splitter. And then we're just going to fill the gap in with duct tape, just to get us through the day. Oh yeah, that's right. When you don't have the proper equipment to make a splitter with an aerodynamic, Gorilla Tape. Hit another 150, 150.4, so it's 4/10 quicker. It is like kind of crazy how much more oversteer bias it is now with that change, with the splitter on it. So it works, but I didn't go that much faster because now I feel like it needs a little bit more wing. Dude, look!
I have to take this one.
Oh god, why is it facing that direction? There we go. 149, baby.
Ooh, is that a,
149.15.
okay.
Adding a little bit of wing was good.
We might even added like a slight bit more wing, to be honest. And then that session, I just kind of dialed back my brake pressure a little bit, since it goes too far to the front when I brake really, really hard and the brakes come way up to temp.
Oh, I've seen them. They're glowing. I think they're glowing right now. Nah, not right now, but I've seen them glowing coming out of Sunset over there.
That's awesome. We need a higher temp brake fluid. We need maybe a little bit more wing and just some little adjustments on the shocks. And then at that point, pretty much just power, which we're not going to get any more of, unfortunately. And maybe weight. I don't know. We could like put a smaller battery in it. We could put a different passenger seat in. Hopefully. I still don't think that's going to win, but god damn, that's way faster than I thought it was going to be. So I'm happy. Time check.
The time is 4:32.
It's 4:32, and we're done. And there's a car.
Okay.
And it went faster. JJ, what was the time?
With Speedy Gonzalez at 149.
149.1. Yeah. So that's 6 seconds faster than I thought we were going to go.
Getting times. We back in it.
I don't even know what to say about this. It's I'm just really surprised, really happy, really surprised. Still not sure if it's going to be enough to be competitive, but maybe podium. I don't know, man. We're just going to show up and bring it. We can do a little bit of fine tuning on the shocks. I think we'll add just a little bit more wing. I'm surprised. I could not believe how much downforce this splitter made. I thought it was going to be nowhere near what this wing could do. But we actually added like 4 degrees of wing in to match the front splitter, and it needs a little more even. So that splitter's doing work, even with the duct tape. See, that's why race cars are made out of duct tape, because it works. Some adjustments to make with the brakes, shocks. I'm pretty happy with the suspension setup in terms of spring rates, wheel rates. So that's the springs plus the sway bars. Sorry, I'm running on an hour and a half sleep still. I have dumb brain. Yeah, like it's a little bit on the soft side, but this isn't wheel to wheel, it's time attack. So, you know, that's mechanical grip, and I'm not in situations where I need to like dice around other cars really, so I don't feel like I need it to be all that stiff. So I feel like we kind of nailed it, maybe. Whoa. That car will never be clean, ever again. But yeah, I feel like we nailed it. I feel like we did enough work beforehand. We knew what we were doing going in. We got the right bars, we got the right springs, we got the right shocks and everything on the car, and it just worked. And I'm still really surprised that it worked. These guys are amazing. And Matthew, he's not here today, but he's amazing too. Because there's not a lot of people who could just like throw together a car and go sub 50 basically first try. That's pretty awesome. So huge props to those dudes. I don't even know what the next update is going to be, but whatever it is, I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.